Alright, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, Yeshua, the Messiah. I pray everybody watching and listening is very, very blessed in many, many ways. Guys, we have a very interesting stream today. I'm going to be joined in about 1 hour, in about 45 minutes, by Miss Teen Crypto. It's going to be some good times, guys. In the meantime, we are going to be trading and watching this price action. So get stoked, y'all. We will be live momentarily. Alright, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Wednesday. Blessings to everybody. In the name of Yeshua, Jesus, the Messiah, I do pray everybody watching is very, very blessed, guys. Man, what a crazy day. What a crazy, insane day it has been. Bitcoin took a major, major dump and is now currently getting a little bounce. Coming up right now to test right now the local Fibonacci golden pocket. And the question is, guys, are we going to dump or are we going to pump? We are going to be getting into that today, man. We are going to be getting into that today. Shout out to everybody in the chat. God bless everybody. Shout out to Shiva B. Shout out to Aladdin, who's in love with MS Money Flow confirmations. Shout out to Arab Bjorn, who feels a pump coming on. Shout out to Drumhop. Shout out to J Boy Bullish. Guys, as I said before, In about 40 minutes, we're going to be joined by a special guest, Miss Teen Crypto. Make sure to stick around for that. In the meantime, we're going to be doing some technical analysis on this chart, guys. Make sure to FOMO into the like button. Make sure to FOMO into the like button. Let's see if we can really get the likes up on this stream, guys. So, guys, we do need to talk about what exactly has happened here. We need to talk about what has been happening with the Bitcoin price. Let me lower the music for us. Let me lower the music for us. So what exactly has happened with this Bitcoin price? Let's check it out here. So we'll come over to our Bitcoin chart. And guys, what has happened is very, very, very interesting. All right, we've gotten a move down, as you can see, to the 786 Fibonacci level. Around this 786 Fibonacci. And what's very interesting about this low that we have just put in is this. Some very, very interesting things happening on the chart that actually really do intrigue me. They intrigue me very, very much. So this is the range that we have been trading in basically throughout the past 2 weeks. And every single time we come down to make a low, right? Look at this. Every single time we come down to make a low, we are making a higher low. And when we look at what happened as we came down to the 786 Fibonacci, we see something very, very interesting here. Okay? We come down to the 786 Fibonacci, and what do we see when we get down there? Well, it's very interesting, guys, but as we put in this last low, we actually do see bullish divergences on the 6-minute. We even see bullish divergences on the 12-minute right here. Very slight, but there. We come down to the 3-minute time frame. And what do we see? We don't see any bullish divergences. We don't see any bullish divs on the 3-minute. We don't see any on the 3-minute. We don't see any on the 1-minute. But here's the thing. And here's why I actually took a long here. This is the reason why I decided to take a long at this level. When we came down here and I saw we were printing a bullish divergence on the 3-minute and I saw that we were bouncing at the 786, I entered in on a retest. We came back down, we came up from the low to the high, and you can see that we come right down to just above the golden pocket, but we did have a level there, a level right above the golden pocket, which was the previous day low. We literally came down to yesterday's low, retested it, and are getting a bounce from there with slight bullish divergences. Now, when we go to the higher time frames, the 1 hour, very, very interesting things happening on the 1 hour, guys. We don't have bullish divergences, but we do absolutely have a potential trigger wave forming here. And the reason why I think this is so interesting is because of the fact that, again, we are making a higher low here, right? We are making a higher low here. Now, we're coming up right now, if we take a look back at our chart, we are coming up to a very serious area of resistance, which is going to be, as you can tell, the 786 fib level. And basically a retest now of this very important support resistance flip that we have right here. Okay? So this is going to be key. If we can break this level to the upside, I really do think that we could see more upside for Bitcoin. Okay? You can see we're coming up to a key support resistance flip right here on the chart. It's a very important level. It's been literally a support resistance flip going all the way back to Sunday. And not only that, but it is also the previous day point of control, the previous day equilibrium on the chart right here. And not only that, guys, but it is the macro. Not the macro, but it is the local from the last high that we put in, 786. And if we pull the fib from the high to the low, I wonder if it's a fib level there as well. Let's check it out. That 0.5 is next. Very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. What is going to be happening here as we come up to this 786 fib level? Oh my goodness, we are about to touch the 786 right now. Let's see what happens as we come up to this 786 fib. Rejection? Let's check out some lower time frame market Cipher B right here. Lower term market Cipher B, oh man, it's a little bit confusing. We do have some bearish divergences on the 1 minute time frame, but money flow is getting thicker here. We did reject directly off the previous day point of control, like to the dang dollar. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here, guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got about 300 people in here, only about 100 likes. Make sure to FOMO into the like button, guys. Shout out to Dusto. He says, it's the 786, the VWAP, and the VWAP break from yesterday. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Wick right into the level right there. So here's kind of what I'm looking at right now, right? I am looking at the fact that we do have the Fibonacci golden pocket retest down here. But, you know, right now, this is like kind of... oh, man, it's hard to say. I mean, this is hard to say what is going to be happening right now with Bitcoin. I want to say that we're going to be coming down lower. But at the same time, guys, we are still simply just trading this sideways range. So let's really be looking out for some key zones of resistance and support here. What I do want to be looking for, honestly, is potentially adding to this long if we get a retest back down to the Fibonacci golden pocket here. If we get a retest back down to the golden pocket, I will be looking to re-enter, or at least add to, this long position that I am in right here. Would be even juicier, actually, if we get a move back down to the 786. So let's see what happens here, guys. Now, coming back to our 4-hour time frame, let's kind of talk about what happened yesterday with all the news about the Fed and stuff like that. If we go ahead and just pull our range here, we can see that basically from the low that we put in over here, we got to move simply just up to the high of this value area, and then we pretty much got a rejection back down. And I was honestly expecting a move back down to this low, but when I saw an opportunity to enter a low risk long, I just had to go for it. So we've been watching this kind of form right here, noticing that, look, are we going to keep putting in higher lows? And if we do keep putting in higher lows, there is really the potential that we could get a pretty significant squeeze taking out these highs. So right now, the levels to the upside that we really have to be careful for, if this is going to result in more of a pump, okay, we need to be aware, first of all, of the value area high, okay, this high that we already put in right here. This could be an area where we reject and find some resistance, but then even higher than that, we have this golden pocket, very, very juicy zone right up here at the golden pocket. This could be a macro kind of lower high here. Now, there is also the potential right now that we start to do something a little bit more interesting. If we do get a move up to the golden pocket, we may start to now form some kind of a triangle, which is an interesting idea, where we continue now to make higher lows and also lower highs until eventually this thing breaks one way or another. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Now, if we can actually... And here's something else, right? When we look at all the trades that have been opening up in this entire section as we make higher lows the entire time, right? We also see that the majority of the trades that are opening up here are indeed short trades. We can see by CBD that traders are opening up short, and we can also see by open interest that the majority of the traders here that are opening up are short. And this means there are a lot of shorts that could get absolutely wrecked if we come and take these highs. Now, if we go to a higher term time frame right now, we can also see that we do have the potential, especially if we do take out these highs, we have the potential of printing a very, very bearish divergence on the 1-day time frame, where we would see the momentum and the money flow getting lower as the price is getting higher to key resistance. And again, we do have very, very key resistance above our high, and here's why. If we zoom out here and we go back to look at this larger range, we can see that right here, right, we do have the old August highs just above us. So this could be a very, very interesting development here, a very, very interesting development. We also have to be paying attention right now to the dollar and to the S&P 500. Now the dollar, look at this. Look at what happened to the dollar today. The dollar, in the past few days actually, has gotten a significant move to the upside. It has rejected from the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, coming in right here at around 103.756. But now, look at this. The dollar is holding this support right here. A support resistance flip that goes all the way back to, well, pretty much January 2023. A very important support resistance flip. Now, if the dollar loses this support, we could come down a lot lower. Now, look at what has happened here. The dollar is getting basically another move to the downside. We didn't hit the golden pocket, but if the dollar keeps continuing down from here, and especially if the dollar is now going to do something like this, reject from the golden pocket, lower high, and then put in a lower low, now we can actually expect that the dollar can continue in a downtrend. We can also expect that Bitcoin may continue up from here. Now look at this. It's very, very interesting, but if we pull our fib from the low to the high, there is a chance that the dollar could do something like this. Get a move down to the golden pocket, and then get another bounce. If this happens with the dollar, it would not surprise me at all if we see Bitcoin get another push up to take out the highs before getting its retracement. Now, it's been a crazy range. We've been going up and down. It's been even a little crazy trading this so far. It has been kind of crazy trading this, guys. I'll be honest with you. Shout out to everyone in chat, guys. Let's see if we can get the likes up to the viewers. We have about 400 people in here. Do I still have a short open? Yes, I do have a short open. I have a few shorts open right now. I still have my swing short open from 24.2K. I still have this short open. I did take a short yesterday. That has now been stopped out at the entry, that short. And I also did take another little short today, and that has also been closed. That has been closed when we start to get this little bounce right here. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 real quick, y'all. S&P 500 is, in fact, would you look at this, right? This is crazy. This is another confluence that we had, by the way, on the Bitcoin price, but the S&P 500 has come down to the Fibonacci golden pocket and is currently getting a bounce. And so what we very well may see right now is something like this. We may put in a higher high right here. It's very, very possible. So let's see what happens as we get this bounce here. I do have to say, things look a little bit more bearish than bullish, but we're just going to have to take it level to level and really see what happens here. All right, so as you can see, we are officially now on a very low term time frame. This is the 1 minute now. We are changing market structure here. We have rejected off the previous day point of control. We have put in a low, we have put in a high, we have put in a lower low, and we are getting a move to the downside. So, if we want to potentially add to this long trade, I would be looking down toward this region right here. And we're going to be looking for bullish signs in this zone to potentially add to a long trade. Okay? Can you take a short in ETH? I wouldn't take a short in ETH here. That's just my own personal trading style. So for me, on ETH, the level I would have shorted from, we already have rejected from. Let's see what happens here, guys. If we start to really lose this, I will be taking a little bit more profits out of this long right now. Yes, 23K Drifta Games is a very important area of resistance. It is a very important area of resistance. 23K has been our resistance for a number of days now. Since the beginning of the week, since Sunday. Let's take a look here. We just draw a line at 23K. And remove everything else here. Let's make it a little bit white so that we can see. I mean, look at this. It's literally been support resistance flip going all the way back. I mean, really all the way back to like January 22nd, but even more locally here, it's been our support on Sunday, flipped into resistance on Sunday, resistance, resistance, and now, of course, it's kind of acting as our resistance again. And it is very interesting, guys. Let's take a look at what is actually happening here live in the order book. Wow, yeah, so not only was it the 786, guys, not only was it the previous day point of control, it was also VWAP right here. So we had a lot of confluence here, guys. Definitely an interesting zone. An interesting zone of resistance for sure. So let's see what happens. This could be the high that we put in for this move. If we are going to get some kind of a bounce again, I would be looking down toward this zone around 22,800. 22,800 is also previously, historically, acted as very important support, right? We've seen if we go to the 1 hour time frame here, we have seen the $22,800 level acting as support many times throughout this range here. And there is the chance, okay, and we're going to have to kind of wait and see what the price action looks like when we get there. But there really is a chance that we come in and make a higher low here, because technically we have, at least on the 5-minute time frame, taken out this previous high right here. And I guess depending on how you want to look at this, you could say we have not taken out the high. The real high we would have wanted to take out is going to be this high here. But I would say that locally, we have been making a lower high, higher low, higher high. And this wasn't a pretty important level, 22,995. So let's see what happens if we get any kind of bullish absorption as we come back down into this zone. What are we going to want to see here if we are going to get a bounce from that level? Let's remove all our drawings. And let's see actually also, let's go down to a lower term time frame like the 5-minute. This is what we're going to want to see if we are going to be adding to a long position down there. Oh man, looks like I am logged out right now of Coinalyze.net, so we're going to have to log back in here, no worries. So here's what we're going to be looking for. If we are going to potentially be adding to a long trade here, what I would want to see is, as we come down to this key zone right here between the golden pocket and the 786, we can go ahead and draw a little box around this zone right here. we're going to want to see some kind of bullish sign. So that could be absorption. So that could be lots of shorts opening up here. People saying, oh, this is it. We're going back down lower. And as we actually come down here, we see CVD getting much, much lower here. And we see the open interest continuing to increase here. This would be a very, very strong indication that we would get a bounce here. Another thing we would want to see in that zone is this. All right, as we come down to the zone right here, we want to be looking on lower term time frames to see, are we going to get another trigger wave on market Cipher B with money flow continuing to get higher. So right now the money flow is kind of curving to the downside. That's not really what we want to see. We want to see the money flow curving to the upside, and we would also want to see a tight trigger wave forming right here on market Cipher B as we come right down into this zone. If we don't see those two things, it's time to abandon all ships and get out of the position here. So I am going to, let's see. Take a little bit more profit out right there. And the reason is because we are now back down to this low, and it looks like we're probably going to lose it. So we'll see what happens here. We will see what happens here. We've officially now put in a lower low here. So I am expecting a bit more of a move to the downside. If we do get a pump to the upside, I do have my take profit, my next take profit, coming in right around this previous high. So let's see what happens as we get our dump to the downside. I'm going to remove this limit order. Actually, I'll keep it right around here for quick access. For quick access, guys. I'll keep it around here for quick access. Let's see what happens, okay? We are watching this right now. Very, very interesting stuff. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish, man, for shilling the Discord. Yeah, guys, smash up the likes. Smash up the subscribe button. Why am I long in a downtrend, asks Tim. Well, here's why I am long in a downtrend, Tim. For me, there's always opportunity to long and short, right? There's always opportunity to long and short, no matter what the trend is. And as long as you understand the scope of your trade, you can get in anywhere. You can long and short anywhere. Now, if we just take a look at this here, right? Just this little last chunk of price action that we have been trading, we can see a few things. Number one, we are coming down to the low, right? Number two, we are coming down to the Fibonacci level of the 786 on a right here. So we're coming down to the low. We're coming down to the Fibonacci 786. And when we take a look at what is happening as we come down to this level, we can see bullish divergences on these lower term time frames, the 6-minute time frame. And so for me, this is a good opportunity to enter a scalp trade, because whenever Bitcoin is dumping uncontrollably and you start to see the 6-minute do something like this, that can make for a good opportunity to get into a long scalp trade. And as long as you understand that your first major take profit needs to be on the retest of the support and resistance flip, right? Then you can still take the trade and be profitable with it and lock in a profit. Now, I'm also short, right? I'm also in multiple short trades right now. What I would even consider swing short trades. They have the potential to be a swing short trade. And so while you're in a swing short trade, you can absolutely take scalp longs, right? You can absolutely take scalp longs whilst in a swing short trade. Because why not take advantage of the volatility on smaller term time frames when you're also taking advantage of the volatility on higher term time frames? That's just my outlook on it, right? Shout out to Crypto Clown World. And shout out to Drift World. Shout out to Izet Kesgainer, who says, can I show stop losses? Yeah, my stop loss is right down here right now at... Basically, the way I have this set up right now is this is my entry, and I also have a limit order to long $30,000 at this entry. And then I have a stop loss right now below the 786 fib, which, if it stops me out, will be a loss of 0.001 Bitcoin, which would leave me with a net profit right now of probably like 0.02 Bitcoin after the fee. And so if I decide to add more down here, obviously I will be taking more of a loss. But even if I limit in $30,000 down here at the 786 and it falls right through, I'll actually still exit the trade in a profit. So my stop loss right now is at the price of 22,721 and 50 cents. That is my current stop loss. That is my current stop loss. Can I explain the difference between cross and isolated? Yes. So cross is basically you're putting your whole account up at risk. If the trade goes against you, your entire account is up for being liquidated. Isolated is you're just isolating a little bit of margin. You're just isolating just a smidge, little bit of margin, and using that, right? If you get liquidated, you're only going to lose a tiny little bit of margin here, okay? That is the difference between cross and isolated. Shout out to TTN. I know, I'm sorry we didn't get that 23,600 yesterday either. You know, I got stopped out of the short that I was in, and we never hit my level to take profit on the long, nor did we hit my level to enter a short. So, now let's watch very carefully here, because this could very well give us another lower high. Let's do some very, very local TA here right now. Let's go down to the 1 minute time frame and do some very, very local TA. We are going to be looking at this Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the low to the high and see if we come up here for some kind of a retest. Okay, let's see now. We're even going to pull a volume profile right here. Interesting, interesting. Looks like the 786 has a little bit more confluence up there. But, yeah, very interesting. Let's see if we don't get a move back up to this zone here. And do something like this. Let's see if we don't do something like that, guys. I can actually kind of see it. I can kind of see it happening already. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Can I explain where and why I pull my fib level? Oh, man. You know, why do you pull the fib? You should always be pulling the fib. Everybody, make sure to like the stream. We got about 500 people in here. Only about 200 likes. See if we can get those likes up a little bit here, guys. You're always going to pull your fib if you're looking for resistance from the high to the low, right? Because what a Fibonacci tool does is it's basically measuring a retracement, right? What percent of the move has been retraced? Because price is never going to go straight down. It's going to go down like this. It's going to go down and then retrace, and then down and then retrace, and then down and then retrace. And a lot of times price will retrace to certain percentages that are based on Fibonacci numbers. So if we're looking for a lower high, we're going to pull our fib from the high to the low. And then we're going to be looking for resistance in this zone right here, right? And we would be looking for our lower high to be put in here and then get a move back down. And contrarily, when we are looking for a higher low, right, we're doing just the opposite, right? Assuming now that we are going to continue going higher from here and we're going to retrace down to our zone, we have pulled this fib from the low that we put in right here to the high that we put in right here, giving us our zone of support right down in here, right? So we would be looking for a retracement here and then a bounce, right? Now, Fibonacci retracements are always, we're always assuming when we use these things that the trend, whatever trend we're looking at, is going to continue, right? Now, most of the time, I would say, the price is just simply ranging up and down. So we can use these to get into scalp trades, but they're not necessarily going to be major moves, right? So it's just something that we have to be aware of. But that's how we're going to pull the fib. And you should always be pulling your fib. If Bitcoin ever gets a move down, right? If we ever get a move down like this, let's say like all of a sudden we're coming way down and then all of a sudden you see us start to bounce. Your first instinct should always be, okay, let me pull the fib from that low to the high, because there's a chance that if you miss the exact bottom, which most of the time we do, right? There's a chance that this could be your entry here on the retrace, which gives you a really, really good trade setup, because if you're going to be taking along from that zone, between the 618 and the 786. Now look at this. Your stop loss can still be very, very close to that low, as opposed to like FOMOing long up here, where now your stop loss has to be all the way down here, right? It makes a big difference in how much you can put on that trade if your stop loss has to be, you know, this big, as opposed to, let's say, only this big right here. It really does make a very big difference when it pertains to your setups and how much you can put on the trade, because the smaller your stop loss, the more you can put on the trade, right? That's the thing. Like if you have a really tight stop, you can put a lot more on the trade. So for example, for me, right, the trade that I entered, I actually hopped into a long right here because we came down and we bounced off of a level, which was the what level was that? What level did we bounce from? Let me check it out. We bounced from, well, it was a 786, but when I got in right here, it was the previous day low, right? So there was a level right here, confluence with that 786 Fibonacci. And so, although we didn't hit the fib from this low to high, we still hit a level on a retracement. So let's just pretend we had hit the fib here. What this does is, when I got into the trade right around here, all I had to do was put my stop loss right below here, right? So if I get stopped out of the trade, it's essentially a very, very small risk, right? It's a very, very small risk. What would I have lost if I had gotten stopped out of that trade? Probably like 150 bucks, to be honest with you. And the only reason we entered the trade is because we saw bullish divergences forming on the chart when we came down to there, right? We don't want to do this every single time Bitcoin gets a move down, right? We definitely don't. We only want to do that if there's confirmations that would tell us, look, we could get some kind of a bounce here. And right now, Bitcoin is flirting with coming back up, getting a little bit of a retracement to the upside. And so what we want to be keeping our eyes on right now is this zone right here between the 786 and the 618. So let's come over actually to CoinLise and go down to the 1 minute time frame, because maybe we can actually see something here with the order book, seeing maybe longs getting trapped. Now, man, it was a crazy day today. When we were getting that move down, so many longs got absolutely destroyed, like absolutely destroyed. Let's put on our box right here and delete our fib. These are the two major zones right now of support and resistance on the 1 minute time frame, guys. These two boxes are the two major zones. So we have 22,750 to 22,800 as major support on the 1 minute time frame. And we have this right here, 22,983 to 23,005 as major resistance on the 1 minute time frame. Now again, this is 1 minute time frame, right? So let's see what happens if we get our move up to here. Now, if we continue up to here and we continue to see open interest decreasing, that's actually a kind of a good sign that we will get somewhat of a rejection from here. But yeah. Guys, you know you've hit a new level of degen when you're out here on the 1 minute time frame pulling fibs. But you know what? It's okay, because this is how we get those juicy entries, man. This is how we get those juicy entries. So yeah, this is our zone right here to look for a lower high, right? And if we reject from here, there's a good chance that we continue on down. And see, this is the kind of stuff, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you're going to see patterns before they actually form, right? We're basically saying there's, you know, we're looking for a head and shoulders to form here. And if we do get the head and shoulders, we know that the breakdown target of the head and shoulder is going to be approximately at least down to right here. And what do you know, guys? What do you know? The target of the head and shoulder is literally our Fibonacci golden pocket. So what we're doing here, right, is we're basically like trying to stay a few steps ahead of the market by looking for these patterns before the pattern shows up, right? If we do get a head and shoulders here, we know to short before the breakdown. A lot of people will wait for the breakdown, but the problem is if you're going to wait for a breakdown of head and shoulder to short, then you literally have to put your stop loss like above the high if you want to be safe, or because the head and shoulder could still just keep on. As long as we don't take out this high up here, the head and shoulder is valid. So a valid stop loss, you're going to have to use a pretty deep stop loss here, as opposed to if we come up to this level here, right? And we're already kind of, this is our plan already. We're planning, okay, we're going to be forming some kind of a head and shoulder pattern. We know the breakdown target is the 618, which is also the area where we're looking for a bounce. And so this gives us our trade setup a nice 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, you know? It's pretty dang nice. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got about 577 people up in here right now. And shout out to Daniel Andrassi. What is going on, bro? Andrassi, God bless you, man. What is going on right now? The range is tightening going into next week. We got somebody in here, Gaina Razvan, who says he wants me to draw a parallel channel. You want me to draw a parallel channel? All right, J-Boy Bullish, come on, bro. Make me read, man. Make me read. A 1 hour parallel channel. All right, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Now, in 5 minutes, we are going to be joined by Miss Teen Crypto. It's going to be a good time. Is this what we're looking at here? Something like this? Yeah, we've been trading, guys, in this channel for sure, right? We've been trading in this for sure. And, you know, I've been saying for a while now, you know, as long as we don't put in a lower high, this could lead to a pretty major short squeeze, right? This is definitely something that we need to be taking into account right here. Something like this, right? It's definitely something that we do need to be taking into account right now. Now, we've been forming a lot of different types of channels here. All right, let's come back to our lower time frame. We're getting that move up. Let's see. Let's come over to... Okay, we're coming up to our box of resistance. Let's see what happens as we get up into this box, guys. Let's see what happens as we come up into this box, right? Now, I do have to say, there is a decrease of open interest happening right here. A decrease. Traders are closing out of their positions. However, yeah. We can see that CBD is getting bullish here. All right, guys. Yeah, we are going to be bringing on Miss Teen Crypto. So let's get ready for that. Yeah, so as we come up to this level, guys, we do need to be aware that we could reclaim it, right? We could reclaim it. Let's see what's going on here. Shout out to Overcome. God bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right, y'all. We are watching as we are waiting for Miss Teen Crypto to get in here, and she will be here. Let's see how this price action plays out as we are coming right up into our zone of resistance right now. Definitely some exciting times. Wow. Would you look at that? Massive pump right up into the zone, guys. Right up into the zone. Are we going to put in now a higher high and actually hit some of our take profits up higher, or is this going to be the actual rejection? This is the make it or break it moment. This is how we know whether or not this head and shoulder pattern is going to be legit or not. Wow, would you look at that? Right up into the box, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now, we don't see any kind of absorption happening right here, not on the order flow chart. Hey, hey. Hey. You do? Good. I'm going to bring you in. So, everybody, this is Miss Teen Crypto. And let me see. I just have to see if I can share your screen right here. Your picture. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. 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 Cool. All right. So people can see you. Let me just adjust this a little bit here. Yeah. Say hi in the chat. Let's see. This is not exactly working out the way I had hoped it would right now because here we go. Awesome. Cool. So what do you think about all this Bitcoin price action that's going on right now? That's true. So I want to ask you about your macro outlook right now on cryptocurrency. First of all, do you think that we bottomed out? Do you think that the bear market is over? And are you bearish or bullish for 2023, and why? I want to know why, because people always give an answer, but they don't say why. Really? Can't hear Miss Teen Crypto? Oh no. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hang on, hang on. This is... Hang on. Let's see if we can fix this. Indeed. All right, say some stuff.
Testing, testing, friends. Can you hear me?
Awesome, yes. We got you right now. We got you right
Yay.
now.
Okay.
So everybody, this is Miss Teen Crypto. Make sure to go subscribe to her YouTube channel. Check her out on Twitter and all that good stuff. Yeah, so what is your outlook on these markets right now?
So the outlook on the markets right now, again, like considering the macroeconomic status of the world, I think Bitcoin is doing great, especially with all of the inflation and all of the FUD being spread its way. I think Bitcoin is pretty resilient sitting where it's at. And of course, pullbacks are normal and 75 to 85% pullbacks are normal with Bitcoin. It's something to be expected. So to me, this is all okay. And 10 years down the line, I'm not really gonna care about 15, 17, 20 grand. I'm just going to be happy I have Bitcoin.
For sure. So I want to ask you, because you're pretty young, right? You're gonna be 20 in like a few days, right?
Yeah, 8 days.
8 days. Wow, it's crazy. I remember when I was 19, it was a strange time. So how did you get into cryptocurrency at such a young age? Because a lot of people, and I mean no offense, right? I feel like an old man, but you young whippersnappers out there, a lot of you are not into crypto, so it's very interesting. You've had your channel for a number of years. So how'd you start doing this?
So my dad introduced me to crypto when I was 13 in 2016, and I really didn't pay attention to him much. And I thought he was crazy. And I essentially didn't think I could do anything with Bitcoin. I thought it was just like adult things, numbers, and things like that until I was 16 and in 2019. And we did our first Bitcoin transaction. I saw how easy it was to use. All you had to do is scan a QR code, copy and paste an address, and that's it. Anyone, anywhere in the world could transact value instantly as long as you had an internet connection. I could go into the store, they scan my phone, I scan a QR code, and that's it. I don't have to use my fiat change. And I know a lot of kids that throw their change in the garbage. And because essentially who's transacting with pennies, nickels, and dimes anymore, right? So I really thought it was going to be the way we transact at that time. And I learned growing up that if you left your money in the bank, then your number would go up, you would earn interest. But instead, I saw my 200 was always 200, and my purchasing power was going down at the same time. Like the amount I could buy with that $200 was just going down rapidly, even before all the pandemic and all that happened. So I decided why not just put my $200 in Bitcoin. I'm not doing anything with it. That did go well for me, considering we had a nice bull run after that. But again, by 2020, it was April 2020. Things were sad. I was 17. It was lockdown, and I don't like negative things. I like to be positive. I like to speak to people. I like to hang out. So I decided to create the Miss Teen Crypto handle. So it was available on all social media, took it, started tweeting, started doing videos. And by November 2020, I was minting NFTs and hitting the streets asking strangers if they know about Bitcoin.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos of you doing that, and I also saw you like Eric Adams. You like gave a speech or something. How did
Yeah, I
that
was at
happen?
the governor's house. Yeah, the mayor's house. Yeah, so that was fun. So I met Mayor Adams. I think it was May of last year. I met him at another conference, and I interviewed his right hand woman Denise at the conference and also on my podcast. If you guys want to check that out, it was a really great show. But basically, I met the mayor there. I think he knew about me beforehand, and we just spoke, had a nice conversation, and then next thing I know, we were all in still communication. And then they asked me to stop by the mayor's house, which is called Gracie Mansion. If you guys want to look it up, it's so cute. Anyway, so I went there and spoke. It was a youth event. It was young future leaders, ages 16 to I believe 25, and they just asked me to come speak and mention a few words about Bitcoin and crypto. And the mayor very much likes crypto, and he was talking about crypto gaming. If you refer to that clip
Interesting.
that Jason's talking about, he brought up gaming, blockchain, so he knows it's all coming. Bitcoin, of course, is becoming a bigger subject in New York every day that passes, being that it is inevitable. But yeah, that's how that happened.
So Eric Adams is into cryptocurrency. He's like all about it.
I mean, from what I could see, I think he's pretty into it. I mean, the articles that I've been reading, and also, again, he invited me to come and speak about Bitcoin and crypto, which I think is pretty spicy, considering New York is, again, like the biggest financial capital probably of the world. The financial players, the United Nations, for God's sake, their headquarters are here as well. So for him to invite me, I think he has to have some cool interest in it.
That is
And he
very,
did
very
accept his
interesting
first
to
few
me.
paychecks in Bitcoin, I believe. His first three paychecks were in Bitcoin.
That is very, very interesting to me that the mayor of New York City is into blockchain technology. Um,
Yeah.
where do you see this technology going within the next 10 years? Because like clearly most countries right now are starting to move into the CBDC direction. And one of my biggest concerns is that blockchain technology is going to be used to basically, cause a lot of create a lot of authoritarianism. Authoritarianism.
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
the word I'm looking for?
Authoritarianism.
Authoritarianism. Yeah. And honestly, when I hear people like, the mayor of New York City being all about it, trying to get like younger people into blockchain technology, it kind of sends off some red flags in my head thinking, is this guy trying to like just get the younger generation used to not using cash, not having to carry around coins, and basically just normalize the idea of this digital currency? Meanwhile, most people in my generation and your generation don't actually understand how liberating cryptocurrency could be, and almost like leading us into a trap. Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, Bitcoin is great for adopting. New York Federal Reserve has their pilot program that had HSBC involves like a bunch of big banks.
Mm.
The biggest banks in probably the world are involved in that. But I do think that the mayor saying that he likes Bitcoin is important to show that, there are two sides to every story, right? People that are into CBDCs and then there's people that are into Bitcoin like the mayor. So it just goes to show that there are people that support both things. And I do think I'm not a fan of CBDCs at all. Let me just put that out there. I talk about it on my show like every day how much I hate it, and how much I'm not with that. But I do think, again, like, the younger generation, we know what it's like to have digital property, right? When I was younger, the only thing I wanted was an iTunes gift card, which was virtual money to go on the App Store, buy another virtual game and buy virtual assets like a skin, a dress, whatever in a game, and then buy digital tokens to use within the game. So we already know the whole concept of digital currency, digital assets, but we
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't own them until Web3, right? Like, we could imagine how much money I could recover my old games if I could move all those tokens, if I could sell or rent my assets. Even you were mentioning just digital cash before in Trap, but if you really look at everything now, Gen Z, we don't use cash. I went to a concert and some kid asked me to get because I was the only one that had cash at the time, ironically. And he asked me to go get a soda for him at the stand. And I was like, "Oh, do you have cash that you could give me? I'll just go get it for you." He's like, "No, I only have Cash App and whatever." So we
Yeah.
already are using digital currency already. A lot of kids don't have a wallet. I myself hate carrying a wallet. I have tap and pay on my phone. So we're already digitally native to the point where we don't even want to touch cash to begin with. We don't transact with pennies, nickels, dimes anymore. It's just not even feasible to do that or carry that around. So we're already used to digital currency. And then you have platforms that are used like every day, like Cash App, which has Bitcoin on it, PayPal and Venmo, which have Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH, Bitcoin Cash. So we're already using digital currency. It's just a matter of, again, where it's going to go, the centralized or decentralized route. And being that a lot of kids already realize that they don't get to own their assets in general. And that, again, you could be stopped from using certain platforms if they just shut down your account. They're going to head towards the Bitcoin way.
Yeah, and I do agree with that as well. I mean, I don't even use cash. I hate using cash. I'm a huge germaphobe, which is weird. Like a little bit neurotic. I've actually had to work on myself over the years, but I hate touching money. It grosses me out. So, yeah, I feel
It's
that.
the dirtiest thing ever. So,
Yeah, I think it's because when I was a kid, one time I had like a $5 bill and I was like smelling it. And my dad, he's like,
oh,
get that thing out. I'm like, why? He's like, you don't know where that's could have been. Some
yeah.
homeless guy could have been wiping his butt with it, saying, "Hey man, you want $1?" And I'm like, ever since I heard that, it's like that's it. I always picture that guy. Hey man, you want $1?
Oh, dad traumatized you, bro.
I know, I know.
No, oh my gosh, that's so sad. But yeah, like, who wants to touch cash anymore? Literally, like, I go to the stores, Jason, and they don't accept $100 bills or $50 bills. The most you could give them is a 20. And I remember going to the store trying to get change. Like, if you want to break 100, it's so hard to do that. Like, people don't even want to take it, and then you have to wait 20 minutes to get change, which happened to me recently, which was so annoying. Which is why I don't want to use cash anymore.
Yeah, I feel you. It's a weird thing because I know a cashless society will definitely lead to more control. If
Yeah,
we go down the CBDC route, you're talking about things like programmable currency where they can control what you can buy and how much you can buy and where you could even buy it. Geofencing where they could say, hey, for reasons that have to do with whatever policy, we don't want you to purchase things outside of a certain radius. And that does concern me.
yeah.
That really does concern me with crypto, but in the short term, hey, I'm all about using it to acquire like actual tangible assets that I can use to better myself and my community. But Aladdin here in the chat wants to know, what do you think about Chat GPT?
Chat GPT. I listen, I know my sister's using it a heck of a lot. She's in high school right now, and all those kids are using Chat GPT. They're just entering their prompts that their teacher gives them, and it just spits all of it out. They adjust a few words in between, so they make it look like they wrote it. But Chat GPT is just taking over. And listen, we expected all of this. When I was in high school, I was using Cliff Notes and all of these other websites. I was just looking up questions and all of the answers would come up on Quizlet. That's what I was using a lot. Like, you would just, like, I would be studying for a test. I enter a question that's on my homework. Then all of a sudden I find the whole homework assignment. So even before Chat GPT, everything was just copy and paste. Even in school, like the teachers will tell you, just go Google it and you'll get your answer. And school, I guess, is lacking in that way. And the like, since technology and like computers really became a thing when I was in school, I just noticed like everything is just the teachers are like, go Google it. You're in Spanish, you'll know what that means. Go Google it. There's no like actual like teaching anymore. And I guess Chat
Yeah.
GPT just really highlights that because again, even before that, people were just copying and pasting and getting answers from everywhere else.
Yeah. It is very interesting when I think about ChatGPT, and now Google's come out with their Bard, I guess it is.
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview with Sundar Pichai or whatever, the Google CEO, and he made a very interesting remark. He was like, you know how when you go to Google and you Google something and they give you like a list of search results? And he's like, that's a bug. There should only be one
Yeah.
answer. There should just be one answer. And that's really scary when you start thinking that people are going to be
That's
relying on
very
machine learning to get their source of truth. You know,
good point.
it's a very strange world that we live in with all this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we all know like, everything on the internet, right? It's just what Google shows you, right? And then if you use like another independent browser, you might find better results and more unbiased results. It's just the way like the infrastructure was built around us to make it feel like, oh yeah, like if Google says it's true, then it's true. When we really just don't know. And I feel like even with the loss of like education, like teachers saying just Google it, or us not being able to have physical books anymore, that worries me as well because again, like with the internet, anything could be rewritten. But
Yeah,
so I don't know. Just so like
editing
I know like I'm
history.
kind of putting on a tinfoil hat a little bit. And I don't really mean to go like that crazy route.
Oh,
But at the
you
same
you've come
time,
to the
like
right channel.
we just want something that's real, and that's why I love Bitcoin too, because of the blockchain and the transparency that it gives, that every transaction was really there. You know where Bitcoin and all the Bitcoins have been since the Genesis block essentially. So that's again like tying it back to crypto. That's why I love this space because you could see everything. You know it's all real.
So what are your goals in the space? I know that's a very broad question, but where do you see yourself, let's say, in 10 years as a Miss Team Crypto, as somebody who has a platform in the space?
So my goal has always remained the same since I got into the space almost 3 years ago, and that is to spread crypto and NFT adoption to Gen Z and educate the masses on cryptocurrency and NFTs. And I will not stop doing that until it's mainstream adoption, which I think we still have time for. I will not stop doing that until the day I am like Miss Grammy Crypto, 80 and wrinkly. I will always be talking about Bitcoin, trying to push adoption and educate people on why we're here and the fundamentals of this space. And I know that Gen Z, we are again like we're behind the revolution instead of spearheading the revolution, which I think is a little twisted, being that we are digitally native. So that's again like why I'm here as well, because I really want to just push my generation to say, here, this is the technology we all could build on this right now, because there's so many kids that know how to code. Let's take this technology and make it the best that it could be, because again, once Gen Z comes into this space, it's not going to be the same. But that's my goal, and any way that I could do that, I will, whether that's my podcast, The Daily Zest, having people like you on the Missing Crypto Show to educate the younger generation, my educational content that I have on YouTube across all platforms, the on the street interviews where I try to literally boots on the ground, try to onboard people into crypto on the streets of New York, and going to places like Gracie Mansion with the mayor and just talking about crypto to the youth. I've gone to schools. My former high school, I taught two investing classes about Bitcoin. I love talking to schools. I've been to Utah Valley University, spoken to middle school, high school, college students, adults. Just keep doing anything to spread education, just to get that word out. I will continue to do so. Pretty much stay on my path and just like expand, because that's how I've been kind of doing it since the start.
Nice. And how's the reception been like when you go out there on the street? You're almost like a street preacher for crypto in a lot of ways. Those videos you post, I mean, they're legit, right? You don't tell the people in advance what you're gonna do. You just start talking to them.
So the interviews have, in terms of reception, it's been a lot better. I mean, if you look at like my Instagram and scroll down to the first video I posted in November 2020 of me talking to people about crypto, and I'm like, hey, do you know what Bitcoin is? People would look at me like I had 10 heads. People would walk away from me. People, I say like I usually go up to people and I'm like, hey, can I interview with you real quick? what is it for? I'm like, just my social media. I'm just gonna ask you a question, yes or no, and that's pretty much it. And they're like, they either say okay, or they're like, what's the question? I'll tell them like, if you know about Bitcoin, you can say yes or no, give whatever opinions you have. This is America. And usually
Mhm.
they'll say okay, like let's do it. And I just do the interview, and I'm like, hey, like I don't script anything before. I try not to like give away my question beforehand. But if people want to know, I'm not gonna like completely like throw them all out there. But yeah, it's a lot of work too. You know, going out there, it's sometimes like it's like 8 hours or 6 hours, like ridiculous amounts of time on the street trying to interview people just to get like that one good interview that's like 1 or 2 minutes to go on YouTube and stuff like that. But the reception's a
Yeah.
lot better. When I first started going out, people thought I was crazy. Now when I go up to people, I ask about Bitcoin. It's more like, oh yeah, I've heard of that, but not a lot of people own it. So I think that that's a huge step though.
Do people ever recognize you? Like when you go out there, they're like, "Oh, I know who you are."
So actually a few times, yeah, like I've gone to a few restaurants and like people are like, oh, like are you Miss Tina? I'm like, yes, I am. And I was in Times Square once and like the Safe Moon Bros were out there and I was like going in, I was actually doing interviews. It was like me,
The
my
Safe
sister, and
Moon.
like a few others. Yeah, they were like
Oh
Safe
wow,
Moon people that were like
that's
all
so
in Times
funny.
Square. And like I
Wow.
was just like, oh hi guys. And then they were like, oh my god, you're Miss Teen Crypto. And then like all of a sudden I was on like a Safe Moon live stream and like people were like hitting me up like Miss Teen Safe Moon. Like I was like, oh my gosh. Well, it's how it's pretty wild, especially at crypto conferences when everyone's in Miami. It's pretty wild. It's like a surreal like imposter experience.
That's very interesting. So, did you invest in Safe Moon? I hear it can only go up.
Personally, I haven't really touched
No,
Safe Moon. No,
no,
like
okay, that's good. That's
no.
good. So I have to ask you. I do have to ask you. Do you have any experience when it comes to trading cryptocurrency, or are you just a hodler, a pure hodler?
Right now I'm mostly a hodler. Like, I'm just trying to, like I had you on my show and like I try to get educated as much as I can on the charts. I actually have access to your course now, which I've been taking peeks at, and I'm going to continue to be working on as well, by the way. But yeah, I'm learning about the charts. I'm not, a trader or anything like that. I want to aspire to be because I do think that TA is really important and you have to respect the TA as a mid-trade TA says. But I do think TA is very important. It could help you confirm the news, predict the news, or just really tell you what's coming or how the market really feels. So I definitely have a respect for technical analysis in the charts. But as of right now, I'm like more of a DCA person, hodling and trying to just again accumulate as much as I can.
Yeah, that's kind of how I started out as well. And shout out to Robert who says Safe Moon must be safe. That's true. It is. It's the safest investment you could make. I mean, it's called Safe Moon. What could go wrong with it? You know. It is kind of funny
Exactly,
though.
right?
It
You
does
have your
crack me
seatbelt
up.
on and everything.
I know. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, the chat is asking some crazy stuff in here. Um, are we experiencing a little bit of lag, guys? I hope not. You know, I'm the most unprofessional YouTube channel out there, Randy, because I have top of the
Nah,
mountain
you're
country
good.
internet here. Yeah.
No, you're
Um,
killing it, Jason. You're killing it. You're all independent. You have your own food. You have your own internet. You got it all.
yeah. So how do you feel about? Well, you're a city girl, right? You're not out in the country at all, right?
No, no, I'm very much in the city.
Gotcha.
I'm in New York,
In the
so
oh, okay. All right. Okay. So how do you feel about farming and being self-sufficient, growing your own food? Is that something you think you'd ever be down to do? It's a very crypto mentality. That's one of the reasons why I got into crypto because I wanted to be completely self-sufficient. I didn't want to have to deal with anybody else for my food, for my money, for anything. So, it is very interesting that, well, never mind. Never mind. You can answer first.
okay. So I think what you're doing is great. And if I maybe had the opportunity to do so, like I can't picture myself like out in the fields like planting stuff because like I just didn't grow up that way.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, I would love to have my own farm, like have like, my own food being grown. And I've been thinking about that for a while, especially when the pandemic was really bad in New York and all the trucker protests were going on. And even in New York, like there were like no one even spoke about it, but in New York, like there were truckers protesting. And one of the things that scared me during that time is if the truckers really protest and they don't bring food to the city, then New York really only has 3 days supply of food.
Right.
That was so wild to me. And at that point I was like, okay, like I wish I had my own farm. I could grow my own strawberries, grow my own food and not have to worry about it. But it really is crazy how reliant we are on the them of the world, so to speak. Like, the people that do the trucking, the people that have the food, and the water or the toilet paper was a big thing. In the city. Like I remember, like, when the pandemic first happened, everyone was fighting over toilet paper. And like that was a big thing that was happening here too. Like you couldn't find any of them. People were arguing and like grabbing stuff from each other. But again, being able to be self-sufficient and not have to rely on anybody else, I think is extremely important. If you could do it, then do it.
Yeah.
So respect to you. Like really respect to you.
Well, I mean, those are a lot of the reasons why I wanted to get into it. The whole. I mean, it's not just the city that has a 3-day food supply. It's pretty much everywhere in the suburbs as well.
It's
So,
scary.
XX wants to know, like, what do you do besides crypto? Are you full-time crypto right now? Full-time YouTuber, influencer, cryptocurrency hodler? Are you in school? Like, do you do anything else? No,
No.
that's legit. That's
Yeah,
legit.
I
Ha-
listen, like it was crazy, but I made a decision and I'm sticking to it and I love it. So
So, did you ever go to college or no? Just
no, I didn't even go to my I went to a crypto conference like instead of like my high school graduation. So like no.
that's legit. I respect that. I respect that a
Yeah,
lot.
there were all weird rules anyway. I was just like Miami speaking at a crypto conference versus like a ceremony that like I'm not I can't even sit next to my friends at. Like it was just so weird. So I was just like I wasn't gonna pass up the opportunity to like help like boost like Miss Teen Crypto and like have a cool adventure because one adventure was over already. So
Yeah, that's cool. I respect that. I think high school is such a big waste of time, to be honest with you, because, you know,
yeah, I mean
up to eighth
like
grade, I think, up to eighth grade, necessary just for basic life skills, math and all that kind of stuff. But after that, you're just wasting, honestly, you're wasting time. You're wasting time. Because, like, when are you going to use, like, trigonometry in the real world when you don't even know
you
how to
don't
balance a
really
checkbook?
no, it's honestly facts. And like when I was in school, I was like a real top nerd. Like my overall average finishing off for 4 years of high school was like a 97 or something like that. And I love school, and I was a year ahead in science. I was a year ahead in math. So like by the time I was a junior, I was able to like do like homework for like sophomores, juniors, and seniors. People were asking me for help with their stuff, and I loved school. I loved learning, and I think if you do love learning, then you should choose to proceed in school. But at the same time, like I really wish there was stuff again like that I would be able to use in the real world. When my dad was in high school, he was able to like there was like a garage, and if you drive by like his old high school today, you'll see the garages. Like they were teaching you how to be a mechanic in school. In my old middle school, there were old rooms I would walk into with ovens in them because they used to teach cooking classes. There used to be wood shop. There used like the high school I went to like 5 6 years ago when my older cousin was in school, they literally had classes like basic life courses. And especially if you went to detention, they made you because it wanted you to look totally missed out now. Like
Mhm.
it's all about just math, memorizing this, memorizing that, and every test is A, B, C, or D. It's never like A and B or A, B, and C. It's just always one answer.
Interesting. That's
So there's no
super.
like free thought.
They've literally gotten rid of like wood shop and home ec.
Literally, yeah, home ec, none of that, none of that. It's all English, science, history, um, and an elective, which either as a senior you were able to pick a free period, which was called independent study. Art you had to take if you didn't take art another year, and that was just literally just drawing shapes. And then investing was a course, but the only like thing that you were able to do in that class is there's 4 quarters in every year. You watch one stock per quarter. Whoever makes the most money gets the higher grade. And to me, I was like, I was so into crypto that I couldn't even look at that because it was just again teaching about a system that like I just wasn't a part of essentially. Like I was just so into crypto that I didn't really care about stocks because I already learned about them. So I was just like, I'll do my art because I had to take it. And then I did another elective. I did psych. I took a Syracuse college psych. So I was getting college credits even in high school for multiple classes.
Oh,
But
that's interesting.
yeah, I took like pre-calc. I took like a bunch of
Oh,
college
oh
courses,
wow.
English courses. Yeah, I had like a bunch of college credits.
Yeah, I was going down that road to be honest with you, but when I was a sophomore, I realized that in order to, because I didn't know I wasn't going to graduate high school, so I calculated the least amount I had to do in order to get by, and so I like went to my guidance counselor and asked to be put in like the special ed classes because so I didn't have to try and I could still pass. But all that scheming for nothing basically because I didn't graduate anyway. So yeah, but
Yeah.
man, that's crazy that you went down that college course route.
Yeah,
So,
I had so many of them. It was wild.
besides you and your dad, is anyone else like are your other family members into cryptocurrency? Do they think it's weird? Do they think it's normal? Are any of them traders?
None of them are none of them are traders. No.
No.
So like, my dad, of course, is very supportive. He's in the space. My sister likes the space as well. She's not like as deep into it as I am, but she likes it. And then like my other family members, like especially at the beginning, they weren't fond of Bitcoin. They didn't like what I was doing, and because they're very old school to say the least. Right. So when I was initially talking about Bitcoin and I was like talking about like a lot of other things, they kind of took it as like, oh, she's crazy. And then as I started doing more things, they saw that I wasn't going to stop what I was doing. Obviously, Bitcoin went on a freaking huge bull run
Yeah.
in 2020, which like I started my crypto, like when I created Missing Crypto, Bitcoin was 7 grand, just to give you some perspective. So then after I started really talking about it, that after that it really took off. So again, like my family members, they saw that happen. They were like, oh, so Bitcoin's like a thing. And then, it was just like such a delayed reaction. Like even now, like I was talking about CBDCs like a month or two ago, they told me it wasn't real. And now like
What?
obviously we know that's not true.
That's so weird.
But yeah. So it's like a mixed reaction, but like a lot of that's like the older part of my family, like the younger part of my family, like my cousins, like they're like on the side. They're like, yo, Randy, like this NFT project, bro. And so yeah, I get a little bit. It's like the tide is turning, but again, it's for certain people, it takes time.
Yeah, interesting. And do you like warn your family about CBDCs and how important it is to like not to try and avoid that as much as possible and maybe use privacy coins or even just Bitcoin or anything other than that or they still don't believe.
They like I said, I was trying to explain CBDCs like in November, like right before Thanksgiving, I remember, and it didn't go over well. Like I said, like a family member told you it's real, like I said. So it's like again, like you could give all the warnings you want. It's just like until you decide to listen, and you can't force anyone to listen. Like even when I was first talking to them about Bitcoin, just hey, like this is something, this is what it is, this is how you could protect yourself using Bitcoin. And that's all I tried to do. All I do is try and help. And if you again, like, you could give all the warnings you can, but it's just until they listen. So again, they're gonna have to listen at some point or another when their bank says, hey, here's a CBDC that we've been working on, which one of their banks is. So
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, shout out to Paul Anthony. I tried to join a special ed class. I did actually join a special ed class where they literally, I mean, it wasn't like real special ed. It was like students that had like an IEP, and so they had like three teachers in the classroom, and like what normal students would do in like 2 years, they did it in 1 year. And before every single test, they gave you the test and they gave you the answers, and then they would take it back and give you the test, and kids still failed. So I don't quite get
yeah,
that, but yeah, I took
it's
those
just so
classes,
weird.
man, and they were the best classes I ever took in my life, the most fun. Um, I'll never forget. I had
Yeah.
this
I
one
mean,
teacher. He was into guitar, so we would just talk about guitars the whole time.
that's awesome. Listen, man, sometimes you connect with the teachers and like you just hit it off. And like that's great. That you did what you were able to do and what you want to do. And as you should.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we got if
Am I
anyone.
delayed on your end?
Sometimes you're getting a little choppy on my end, but in general, it's kind of good.
Hmm. Okay.
First step. I'm seeing if there's any questions in the chat for you. Shout out to Jason Butler in the chat. Shout out to Aladdin in the chat. Um, Guys, make sure to like the stream and also go check out Miss Teen Crypto on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to her channel. She puts out some really, really good content. She just did an interview recently. Well, you've been interviewing a lot of people, right? You had Ben Armstrong, BitBoy on your channel.
Yeah.
You had DZ, CryptoFace, me, Tom Crown, Gareth Soloway on your channel, and you just interviewed the Litecoin guy. What's his name?
Yeah, so I've had Charlie Lee on my show like 3 times. And then I also did the Litecoin 10-year anniversary interview as well. So big fan of Charlie. I also had CZ Binance as well, around the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy. How do you just reach out to these people and they come on? You just reach out, just send an email.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I reach out, I say hi. I'm friends with a lot of them.
Wow,
And,
that's crazy.
like it's just like a hey, want to come on? Like, yeah, sure. And sometimes the people come to me as well. So
That's awesome. Someone wants to know what coins are you holding?
so I wouldn't like go into like specifics, but like I could say like, I always tell people to
Just
look
give
into
some
bit.
pure financial advice. Just right now we're asking
No, I
for
can't
pure
give
financial
financial advice.
advice.
Hell no. I would say Bitcoin, Litecoin, and ETH. That's my top three.
Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH. Wow. There's no small cap coins that you have some kind of like moon bag that you're just holding for the next bull run, looking to become like a multi-billionaire.
I'm never having that perspective because that's investing emotions, and I'm
Interesting.
not trying to
Interesting.
like hit a lottery ticket. Like I invest in stuff that like I truly do like and I believe in. Like when I look into a project, I say like, okay, what's the utility? What's the purpose? How does this apply to my real life? And is it technologically efficient? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like I've always again been a fan of Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH, and if like you want to get zesty, I've talked about DigiByte as well. If like that's something that's small that not a lot of people talk about right now.
Digibyte. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what is your experience with NFTs? You're minting NFTs and all that kind of stuff. Like what's that all about? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't really know anything about NFTs right now. Like I know I should be researching them and getting into that, but I'm an old man. I'm stuck in my ways. I'm just over here trying to like trade every 1.5% move on the Bitcoin chart. So, what's going on with that? And are there any projects you have going on that people should be checking out?
So Miss Teen NFTs is my like official big collection. It's on OpenSea, and where I have my bigger collection is on Wax. So
Wax.
if you guys want to check out missteenft.com or misscrypto.com, NFTs around for years now. And what I really liked about it is that it was feasible because even during the bull run, like buying a $10 Ethereum NFT, you're paying over $100 because of gas fees, right? Absolutely crazy. And I was thinking, as perspective of Gen Z, with kids that maybe only have a dollar or two in their pocket, what could they buy with that? And maybe one of my NFTs. So I just like put out NFTs for $1. I gave away free NFTs, and with Wax, it's gas free, instant transactions like this, scary fast. So I thought it was feasible, thought it was fast, convenient. I was able to create a collection, put up my art, and put it out there and just show like, Gen Z, that with Bitcoin cryptocurrency, you could be your own bank, but with NFTs, you could be your own gallery, you could be your own store, you could be your own record label, and truly like represent yourself in that decentralized way and be your own business.
Yeah. So someone wants to know if you've ever had SBF on your show.
No, I did not. I did not. I was thinking about it at one point, like actually right before the FTX collapse, but
Wow.
I've never made the move. No.
What do you think about him? You think he's a good guy, just made a few mistakes, or do you think he's a crook?
I'm not a fan of SBF like at all. No, I think what he did was wrong, and I don't think he was the only person involved. If that counts for anything, I think he
Right.
like obviously he knew so much, but I don't think he was the only person involved. I don't think he's the only person that should be held accountable for the situation, being that his parents were involved, his family was involved. Just like so many things that went into this, a lot of political everything. So again, like also SPF was trying to put out anti-crypto bills beforehand. If you remember, like our friend BitBoy, he was proposing like a pro-crypto bill. Wanted to get some more backers, went to SBF and FTX with it. They held his bill, Ben's bill, and then they tried to come out with their own federal bit license, which was anti-DeFi, anti-peer-to-peer payments, and essentially anti-crypto, where they wanted you to KYC and show everything in your mother just to buy crypto and interact with the blockchain. And I think that's crazy. So for that reason, I'm completely out on the guy. Like I'm like Shark Tank, like I'm out. I was just not a fan of that. Anyone that's trying to do that and try to put down an industry like that, I'm not a fan of. So
Yeah.
I'm happy we found all that out and Ben exposed everything at the right time, because if he didn't do it when he did, God knows what would have happened.
Yeah, that's for sure. And what effect do you think the whole FTX thing is going to have on the blockchain space in general? Do you think like the lasting effects of this are going to be a negative thing, more regulations, more control, or do you think it's actually a good thing for the space where people are going to weed out some of the bad actors?
Exactly what you said, bad actors being filtered out. I mean, listen, going into 2022, you have to look at the whole macroeconomic scene of the world. It wasn't great. And that comes with volatility across all markets, and with volatility, especially in crypto, you see bad actors being shaken out. And over the course of this build, what I like to call a bear market build market, we've been seeing all of the bad actors being filtered out, and we can't achieve mainstream adoption the way we want to do that if we have bad actors in this space. Now, SBF and FTX, of course, they're going to try to use this as, oh, crypto this and crypto that. But if you really look at it, it had nothing to do with crypto. This was straight up a fraud situation. It was bad business practice. This could have happened in the traditional markets as well. So again, this has nothing to do with crypto. It's strictly a fraud issue. Of course, sometimes they try to connect it, but it really, it's just like plugging like a USB into like the wall. It's just not going to happen. So I again, like, I'm not worried. And I think that, of course, people are going to look into Bitcoin a lot more. I think maybe this was, in a way, good for adoption because they put crypto on every single news channel, and people could see that, again, this wasn't a Bitcoin issue, has nothing to do with the blockchain, just a fraud issue, bad business.
Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of people think the whole thing was planned um, in order to move into like more of the CBDC direction. Do you think that's probably not the case, or you think there's a chance that could be the case?
Well, we all know there was such political backing here. And again, he was proposing this bill that was anti DeFi, anti peer to peer payments. So maybe it could have been on the road towards that, being
Right.
that, again, CBDC trials are happening all over the world. CBDCs are literally launched all over the world. And if you look at all of these articles, they all say it's a part of a global effort with other central banks. So, of course, CBDCs are coming. Countries have been planning this since literally 2020. It's not a new idea. But again,
Yeah.
it could have been on the way there, but unfortunately we put a stop to that, which I don't think they expected.
Yeah, it is very interesting to see how everything worked out. So, um, people are saying Bitcoin is coming down. Oh, have you ever done a collaboration with Tino from Traders Reality?
Tino,
Yeah.
no.
No? People are asking if you ever done that. He's a cool guy. You should check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah, someone send me the link to his YouTube channel on Twitter, and I'll go check it out.
So someone's asked, were you born before the Bitcoin Genesis block was created? I think, yeah, I think you were, right?
Yeah, 2003,
Okay.
2003.
Wow.
I'm not that young. I feel like a little old though, because I'm turning 20 soon. But like, whatever.
Are you gonna do? Would you interview Vitalik Buterin? Is that something you'd be into? That'd be
Yeah, of
crazy.
course.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Like I have Litecoin founder, I got CZ, now I got Vitalik. That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
that'd be fun.
so somebody wants to know, do you think the bottom is in for Bitcoin yet for the like before the bull run?
Like I'm not like a cool kid trader like you, Jason. So I'm not to put bottoms or anything like that. If I'm gonna be honest, I really do think that I'm just purple. Like I love Bitcoin. I'm so bullish on this space that I think like since the start of Bitcoin, we've just been in a huge bull market. And when in doubt, zoom out and see where Bitcoin's going to go. And that's really where my head is at, is just focusing on going back up there. I don't know if the bottom was in. I hope it is. I based on what I've been seeing, people are taking millions, billions of dollars off of exchanges. People holding Bitcoin for 5 years or longer without moving any of their Bitcoin went up 17%, according to
Wow.
on chain analytics. So a lot of people are looking to hold their Bitcoin. People aren't looking to sell. I think that's a lot less selling pressure on the markets if we're talking about like charts and things like that. So I think people are bullish on this space, and I think people after going through 2022 and getting slammed every day with negative, 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 I feel as though a lot of it's in, and it just hear positive news now. Like kind of past all of that. But maybe that's just my opinion. I think people are also paying attention to the 4 year cycle. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think the bottom actually could be in. I'm
I'm
I'm one
bullish.
I'm one yeah, I've been irresponsibly bullish. I've been making some videos saying there's a lot of macro bottom signals that are appearing on the chart right now, and a lot of people are still calling for lower and being super bearish, even though we just had like, you know, a year and a half of bearishness. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's time to start getting bullish. So yeah, well, I do want to thank you so much for coming on the channel. I really do appreciate it. And why don't you just tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, and all that kind of stuff.
So thank you for having me, Jason. I really do appreciate you. I hope to have you back on my channel soon because it was such a good time hanging out with you, getting to know you and hearing all of your TA alpha. If you guys want to find me, I'm at Miss Teen Crypto on every single platform: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at Randy Hipper, at Miss Teen Crypto on Telegram. Everywhere that you have social media, I'm at. If you guys want to double check any of my socials, head to missteencrypto.com. You'll see all of my social media again at Miss Teen Crypto. Also, my NFTs are on there as well, missteencrypto.com/NFTs. I do encourage you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you can. I am live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the Daily Zest. It's a daily breakdown of all news going on in media and crypto. I have the Miss Teen Crypto Show where I have awesome people like Jason on the show to talk about their life journey and how they got to where they are now. And I also have a bunch of educational content on there as well if you want to check that out. Thank you again, Jason, for having me. I'm so happy to get to hang out with you today.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Teen Crypto. I appreciate it. Make sure everybody go subscribe to her channel. I mean, I actually am a regular watcher of the channel. I really do enjoy your content. So,
oh, thank you.
Cool. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.
You too. Later, guys. Thank you, everyone in the chat. I really appreciate all the love I saw in there. I'll see you guys later. Thank you again, Jason.
Yeah, take care.
Stay zesty, fam.
All right, y'all. That was Miss Teen Crypto, and it looks like, do we have Tino from Traders Reality in the chat right now? Is that true? Is Tino in the chat right now? I hope he's not in the chat, because if he is, he's going to yell at me because I'm not paying myself. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish for the super chat. Okay, we do have Tino in the chat. Yeah, I should probably mod him. Shout out to Tino from Traders Reality. Make sure to go subscribe to him as well. Oh, nice, nice. What's going on, Tino, man? Glad to see you here, bro. All right, well, should we get back into these charts, guys? Because as we can see, Bitcoin is taking a little dumperoni and cheese here. Let's see if boom. All right, just made you a mod, Tino, if you're still even here. All right, cool. Well, let's get back into the charts, guys, and let's see how this Bitcoin price action is going to be playing out right now, because we are kind of flirting with this head and shoulders pattern here. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I'm going to put on some music as well, because the quiet, I can't deal with the quiet anymore. Here we go. Nice. Nice. My favorite song as well. All right, everybody. That was Miss Teen Crypto. Miss Teen Crypto. I'll go ahead and post her YouTube link in the chat here. Make sure to go check out her channel. She's not a trader, but she definitely puts out really good content. She does a lot of really good interviews, and I think you'll probably enjoy her content as well. If you're looking for some non-TA stuff. Let's post this in the chat here. There we go, Miss Teen Crypto. All right, let's get back to these Bitcoin charts. Wow, what is happening right now? Oh my goodness, wow. All right, man, we are dumping, guys. And give me 1 second, because, you know, this is a horrible thing right now. I have to pee so bad, so bad. You know, I was holding it in the whole time. With Miss Teen Crypto. Jeez. So, I'm going to try and do that real quick, because I think I'm going to try and long this golden pocket. So, I'll be right back, guys. man, that was... Make sure to like the stream, guys, because you know, it's not every day you get to witness a guy going out to take a pee. So we're breaking down from this Head and Shoulders, as can be seen here, y'all. Let's see what's going on right now. Shout out to Crypto Dylan. Alright, let's get back to the order book, guys. Let's see what's going on live in the chat right now. I mean, on the charts. Let's check it out. Wow, we just had a whole bunch of longs get liquidated, and a whole bunch of shorts just opened up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sheesh. Wow. This is crazy, guys. Okay, so we have about 2 million shorts opening up right here. Another 1.6, 4 million shorts opening up. We did get some long liquidations down here as well. Oh my goodness. What is going to happen? Are we going to hit this target of our inverse head and shoulder pattern here? Wow. Oh my goodness. All right, let's remove this this green line here, because remember, if we are going to bounce, it's going to be from this zone right here. So let's check out our chart. Oh my goodness. Oh, the 12-minute time frame. Okay, we're coming down to the previous day value area low. And look at how the level, well, it's not quite hit yet. Let's pull out our fib. Let's see what's going to happen here. We're coming close to the fib, guys. We're coming close to our zone. Okay, this is actually kind of good. If we take a look at coinlines.net. Remember. Wow. We're coming back down to our box here. We definitely don't see any absorption really happening right here, right now. No divergences, should I say. But we do have a lot of shorts opening up at this low. Like a lot of shorts opening up, relatively speaking here. We got people shorting this whole way down. Alright, so look at this, guys. Do you remember what we were talking about before Miss Teen Crypto came on? We were talking about potentially looking at this inverted head and shoulders. No, wait, this is a regular head and shoulders. We were talking about this regular head and shoulders with the target coming down to here, and we were looking at this thing form before we even formed the right shoulder, right? We had put in our high, we had put in our low, and it was a lower low, and so we were looking for a lower high, and then we were looking for that head and shoulders print, and we were going to short that right shoulder. So now we are looking for our target down here. This is definitely going to be a TP on the short, as well as potentially getting back into a long, or at least adding to this long that I am in right now. And yeah, very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff here. Let's be watching to see what happens as we come down to the golden pocket zone. Let's go to the 1 minute market cipher B. Man, it's not looking so bullish divergency, I'll tell you that much. It's not looking too bullish divergency. I'll tell you that much, guys. And we have more shorts pouring in right now. More shorts opening up. Wow. More shorts opening up at the low. This is crazy, guys. Remember what your grandfather said. Buy low and sell high. Definitely don't be buying high and selling low. So I don't know why you would short here when we were given such a beautiful opportunity to short up here at this shoulder. So I'm going to be watching here. I'm going to be watching what happens here, guys. Because if we start to see a bounce, if we start to see anything we want to see, I'm going to be adding into the long trade here. Now, I don't recommend this at home, guys. Please. But remember, the technical target of our head and shoulder is down here, and also the technical target of our rising wedge is also down here. Right? We had this kind of this thing going on here. Right? So we are coming down to our target, and let's see what's going to happen here on the order flow. Wow. We've got shorts coming out the wazoo right now, flopping open. The wazoo is flopping open, and we've got shorts coming in like crazy over here. Oh, sheesh, man. Sheesh, man. Oh my goodness. Alright, we're coming down to the level. We've hit the previous day value area low. Getting a little bounce-a-roni from the previous day value area low right here. We've got snake eyes on market Cipher B on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, this really isn't anything to write home about. You know, maybe you could send a text to your mom, but definitely don't write her a letter. Money flow still coming up on the 3 minute, guys, giving me a little bit of hope about this golden pocket bounce-a-roo. Yeah, open interest is lower, that's for sure. Thoughts on the yellow X's? Do we have yellow X's right now? Let's check out market Cipher A and see if we have any yellow X's on the chart right now. You know, I haven't looked at market Cipher A in quite some time, guys, I'll be honest. So let's check out these yellow X's here. I don't really see any right now on the 4 minute. What time frame are you looking at these yellow X's on? Maybe the 1 minute? I don't really see them anywhere. Oh, on the 1 minute. Wow. Okay, so we are getting a bounce from the previous day value area low right here. A little bounce right from that level. We would like to come down to hit our golden pocket, guys. That's what we would like to. That's what I would like to. Let's check out our 6 minute. The 6 minute looks good, guys. 6 minute looks good. I've just added another 10,000 to the trade. Let's see what happens here, guys. I don't know, you know. This is the general zone where I'm going to be adding to the trade. So let's see what happens. We hit previous day value area low. We've got a trigger wave forming on market Cipher B. Maybe we could get some kind of bounce here. Let's see. All right, we're getting a little bit of a bounce-a-roni and cheese coming on here. Now, this is the time, guys, where you move the stop loss of your short to the entry. Move the stop loss of the short to the entry in case of bouncing. And this is also the time where we pull our fib, right? Pull our local fib here. Move the stop loss of the short. Oh, wow. Crap. That didn't work out so good. Wait a second. There we go. Stop loss of the short to the entry, just in case, guys, of massive pumpage. Keep the rest of the position open. That's at least how I do it. And I've just added $10,000 to this trade. Let's see if we come down lower. Again, as long as we don't lose this zone, I will keep the long trade open. Because there is the potential of a bounce. I'm just looking at this direction on market Cipher after printing the divergences on the bottom right here. We are coming down to the golden pocket 786 zone. We're seeing money flow curving to the upside. Let's check out our 12 minute. 12 minute dancing on the line, guys. I mean, it could give us that trigger wave. It could not. You know, it's dancing on the line. So we're going to ease into this here. We're going to ease into it. Because if we lose this, then forget it, right? We're out. We're out. But we're easing in. We're easing in. We're just taking it nice and slow. Got a BitBoy green dot here on the 3 minute. Money flow is getting higher. I actually do like the look of the 3 minute here. Maybe we can get a little something something right now. A little something something if y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see, let's see. Now, of course, we need to be aware of the 6 Juanita. Let's take a look at the volume from the low. Oh my goodness, we need to be aware of the 6 Juanita, guys. And if anybody doesn't know, 6 Juanita is my high school crush. And she rejected me because I was in the friend zone. I didn't know it at the time. A lot of you guys know the story. I thought she liked me, but really she was just using me because I would do all her homework for her. And when I asked her out, she absolutely rejected me. Ugh, like a punch in the gut. But as you guys know, the reason she rejected me is because she was too embarrassed to say yes to my romantic inquiry around her friend. This is her friend. That's right, upside down, uneven butt cheeks. So let's take a look at the 1 minute. We do need to be aware, potentially, if we come up to this retest, of potentially forming some kind of bearish divergence here. If we do something like this, could give us a rejection. Of course, we might not even get up there, guys. We might not even get up there. Let's pull back out our fib. This is crazy, guys. Like, price action is so cool. It's crazy. I mean, technical analysis is cool. It's crazy that people say technical analysis doesn't work. Look at where we bounced from. Not only did we bounce from the previous day value area low, but we bounced from exactly the value area low of this mini range. Literally, just this little range that we've been trading since this bottom here, since we first got long. So, it's crazy how these levels are respected, guys. They are respected. Brittany says 4-hour bearish divergence. You know, let's check it out, right? Let's check it out. Do we actually have a 4-hour bearish divergence? We've been printing 4-hour bearish divergences for 2 weeks, right? We've been printing 4-hour bear discs for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, guys, we have been printing the 4-hour bearish divergences, right? The upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern, right? The money flow is getting lower, the momentum waves are getting lower. Just like our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried's chest here. So yes, we have these bearish divergences, guys. But, like, here's the thing, right? Until we lose this trend line right here, there is the potential of a very massive short squeeze. There really is. Because typically, when we are printing bearish divergences for this long, we have a very fast follow-through. The fact that we've been chilling out here for so long, in my mind, is a little bit suspicious. Because in the past, when we've gotten the bearish Sam Bankman-Fried upside down man boob pattern, let's look at the last time we actually had this bearish man boob pattern. Right? How long did we have this going on for? I guess 11 days. 11 days before the big drop right here. You know, we had that pattern right here, 11 days. We have right now been trading in this range for, I would say, a lot longer than 11 days now. It's been almost 20 days, guys. Almost 20 days, almost double. And we haven't seen that big drop. And we see money flow cross to the downside. And every time we come down to this low, we're getting bullish divergence. And when we look at this right now, I mean, I do have to say, we came down to the low, right? The long setup that we were looking at in the Casper Crew VIP Discord to long that low. Right? Casper Crew VIP Discord, guys. We shorted the high, longed the low. Setups given in advance. And the reason why I was getting bullish down here is because not only are we printing the regular bullish divergence on the 1-hour time frame right here, right? The uneven butt cheek pattern. But when we look at the 4-hour, we are actually printing right now even a hidden bullish divergence, right? This deep momentum wave below the zero line could be considered a hidden bullish divergence, which is a continuation pattern. And the 1-hour regular bullish divergence mixed with this 4-hour hidden bullish divergence, really, I mean, it's a combo that I call it the hidden regular strategy. The hidden regular strategy. I've made videos on it before, but if we hold this support, guys, we know that the majority of the trades that have opened up in this zone have actually been shorts, right? They've been shorts. There's a lot of shorts that could get squeezed right here, right? A lot of shorts that could get squeezed right here. How's our long trade doing here? It's doing pretty dang good, guys. You know, it's doing pretty dang good. Would you look at that? Let's remove all these drawing tools. Alright, so we're going to hit a TP at this golden pocket right now. Just to be a little bit safe. In fact, honestly, the responsible place to do it would be the retest of this low. But we're going to shoot for the golden pocket because we're not responsible. 22,948 is going to be our next TP. All right. You see it. Let's see if we can hit this take profit, guys. And let's see if we can even get a... Oh, man. Shout out to Big Butts 28. Big Butts 28 just told me that at 1 million subs, she will do a face reveal. Her and Boyan are going to do a face reveal at 1 million subs. Shout out to Big Butts 28. My wife. My beautiful wife will do a face reveal at 1 million subs. So everyone go tell your mom to subscribe to the channel and like the video and all that stuff, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We got about 700 people in here, only about 500 likes. Let's see if we can get the likes up to the watchers. So retail is shorting again. Yeah, let's check this out right here. Let's check out this this chart. Wow, yeah. Well, you know what? We had a lot of shorts open up, and actually the majority of them have actually closed out, which is a little bit more bearish to me than bullish. I would have liked to see these shorts stay open, but there's not too many shorts left to squeeze here. I don't really see retail shorting support anymore. Okay, we got a few more coming in here. Let's really be watching this, because if we do get some bullish CVD forming, right, this could give us more confidence, let's say, that we might get more of a move to the upside. I'm looking at the 3-minute here. I'm looking at the 1 hour about to print the green dot. Oof, the 1 hour actually printing a red dot right now. Oof, not good at all. 12-minute is giving me a little bit of hope here, guys. Let's see if the 12-minute can give us any hope. Again, our take profit is up here at the 6 Juanita, confluence with the point of control. We came down and got a nice bounce from the local value area low, so the next place we would look for the price to come up would be this point of control right here. Shout out to Paul. Okay, Paul, you're in the Discord, but you can't load our Bitcoin charts. You got to click the copy button in TradingView when you open up the chart. So, give that a try. And also, if you have trouble, you can ask Boyan or Tina or myself, and we can help you out in there. Which platform can you see the net shorts? That is ExoCharts. ExoCharts is a nice trading platform. So how's the long trade doing right now, guys? Uh-oh. This is a little bit stressful, guys. A little bit stressful here. Okay? I'm keeping the faith, but it's a little bit stressful. I'll be honest with you. It's a little bit stressful here. 1 million subs, Big Bus 28 face reveal, Boyan face reveal, and me and Boyan do a rap battle. That is exactly what's going to happen. Alright, let's take a look at the dollar. Let's take a look at some of these other charts here, these other assets, because they are important. Okay, the dollar. Is the dollar starting to pump or dump? It looks like the dollar is, oof, just ranging sideways here. Just ranging sideways, right? Money flow getting thicker, though. Let's check out the S&P 500. Man, S&P 500 needs to hold this level, having also put in a higher low here. S&P 500 needs to hold this level. If we don't hold this level, guys, could be bad, right? Could be bad. Uh-oh. Yeah, Dylan Waves, can we surpass BitBoy? Yeah, CoinLise is free. So if you're looking for a platform that tells you like the open interest and the CVD, CoinLise is free, and it's also a great platform. DXY is pushing hard. Well, I mean, I don't know. On the 9-minute time frame, it's not really pushing too hard, right? On the 9-minute time frame, the dollar is basically just hanging out here, right? I mean, we know that we're at support on the dollar. We know we're at support on the dollar, but it was 4 in the morning that we found the support, and then it was 9:50, like 10 in the morning when we started to find this resistance. This was the Bitcoin long. Now the dollar's coming in, making a little bit of a lower high here. So let's actually see if we're coming up to any key zones of resistance on the DXY. I mean, we're not quite at that 618 yet, right? So maybe the dollar could come up a little bit more. I'd be watching the dollar a lot around the local golden pocket. And let's also just remember that we also have a more macro golden pocket that we have not hit yet either. So if the dollar gets another push up, I would say to 103.6, be watching for a rejection, and also we would be watching then for the S&P 500. If the dollar's going to get a move down, I'm sorry, if the dollar's going to get a move up to its 6 Juanita, I would be looking for the dollar, the SPX to also come down to one of its local zones of support. But we are at support right now on the SPX, on this local golden pocket. So let's see what happens if we can reclaim this key level 41.37. We can get more upside for Bitcoin if we can reclaim 41.37. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go, Bitcoin. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. I'm trying to make some juicy profits today. What do you guys think? Am I going to hit my take profit? What do you think? On Coinalyze, you cannot select the same charts that I... Yes, you can. You just make a free account on Coinalyze. Make a free account. Go to indicators. Click on open interest and add that. And then do CVD and add that. But I'm using the ByBit USD chart, right? The ByBit USD chart. All right, guys. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, let's put on some metal and see if we can pump this Bitcoin price, right? All right, let's take a look at the DXY on the 10-minute as it per popular request. It looks a little bit bullish here. It looks a little bit bullish here. This nice rounded bottom, the nice momentum coming up. I don't see any divergences. Money flow is getting thicker. I don't know. Uh-oh, the ES is rejecting from this daily level here. Oh, now it's starting to kick in, guys. The music's starting to kick in, so we're going to see this pump happen. Oh, man. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. We got to hit my take profit.
We're gonna dump, no we're gonna bomb. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna bomb. We're gonna dump, no we're gonna bomb. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. Yeah.
We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump, says Brian Miller. He says we're gonna dump, and then we're gonna dump. Shout out to Jeff Bezos. He's bullish on JC. He has a rounded bottom. Well, thank you, my sir. How's it working? It's not working too well. Try it one more time.
We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. We're gonna dump, then we're gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, let's go. Yeah!
Oh yeah, baby, it's working. Whoa. Did something just happen to our music here? What just happened? What just happened to the music? Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, it's kind of working. This song actually dumps the price. Let's see if we can pump it though. All right, here we go. We're pumping this Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle.
We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Yeah, let me see a blue candle. Yeah, we're pumping. Let me see a blue candle. Now we're pumping the Bitcoin price. Yeah. We're pumping the Bitcoin price.
Yeah, come on, baby. Let's pump this Bitcoin. Let's go.
Let's pump this Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100K. We're pumping Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100. We're gonna pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. Pump the Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let me see a blue candle. No, we're dumping. Let me see a blue candle. Oh no, we're dumping. Let me see a blue candle. Now we're going straight to the moon.
Shout out to Carl from the moon. Shout out to MM Crypto. Let's pump this Bitcoin. Let's pump it.
Let's pump this Bitcoin. We're going straight up to 100K. 100K. We're pumping Bitcoin straight up to 100K. let's pump this Bitcoin really high.
Shout out to Carl from the moon, baby. Shout out to the breakout over on ByBit. It's working a little bit, guys. Alright, so it worked a little bit, right? We'll get back to our synthwave journey. Okay, so it worked a little bit, right? While we were doing the song, we did have a 1-minute blue candle. But, it didn't really work out as great as we wanted. Dang, guys. Oh, oof, ugh. Ugh. Let's check out our order flow chart. Alright, so what's going on here, guys? Not very much. Not very much. We have some shorts opening up. We have some shorts open right here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The 12-minute, it's looking like, I don't know if we're going to get that curve to the upside, guys. The 3-minute, our BitBoy green dot has turned now into a red dot. But here's the thing. If we can keep this money flow getting higher here, if we can keep this direction on the 3-minute, I still have hope, guys. And here's the way I'm looking at this right now. Right? Here's the way I'm looking at this right now. I have my long still open from this low. I have my short open from the head and shoulder. So I'm in a good position, right? If the long gets stopped out, I'm short. If the short gets stopped out, I'm long. We've got some take profits on the long. I'll be taking a little bit more profit out the short if we come down and back down to this low. And then you know what? And then I'll probably call it a day. I'll probably call it a trading day, guys. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish. He says, would the 23.2 POC be a naked daily point or a session POC? Does it even matter? Let's see. 23.2. Let's check it out. Let's go to TradingView. 23.2. Let's see if it's a naked point of control. I don't have a naked daily point of control at 23.2. That's a naked session point of control from London. Actually, no. From Asia. That's the naked session point of control from Asia. So yeah, it's still a good level. That's the Asia naked point of control. And, let's see. $23.2. Wow. That's actually a really nice naked session point of control, J-Boy Bullish, because it lines up nicely with the golden pocket. And let's see what else we got there. I mean, we know it's a high volume node, but let's check this out. Oh yeah, man. It's a juicy level, I'd say. It's a pretty juicy level, for sure. It's a juicy level, right? It's a high volume node. It's technically, if we're going to be looking at this as one range, which we could, right? It's the value area high of this thing. I mean, it's previous support resistance flip right here. It's actually a pretty nice level. Yeah, I'd be interested in it, man, if we can get a move up to there, but I don't know. You know? Maybe I can close my long so we can pump. What do you think? Should I close the long so we can pump? I'll keep the long open for the sake of my short. You know what I'm saying? Those market makers trying to stop me out on both sides over here. Trying to trick the market maker. I'm trying to lure the market maker up to higher prices. 23.2 is also daily open. Yeah, let me turn on my levels, man, you know? Let's see. Yeah, look at that. 23.245 is daily open. What do you know? When I turn on my levels, it's already all there for me. Yeah, that's a good level. I wonder if I have a box there. I don't. It's funny, this support resistance flip this morning, I actually took a long from here. A little scalp trade. And then this afternoon I took a short from here. What a nice support resistance flip. Interesting stuff. Guys, make sure to like the video. We got about 786 people in here, only about 600 likes. The name of the song, CG Chambers, is called Straight to 100K. The first song we did, the pump song, was this. I'll link you to the first song we did. The first song we did, I'll pop it in the chat right now. The second song that we did is called Straight Up to 100K by Jason Casper. God bless everybody. Thank you so much for all the likes. The J-Boy level. Yeah, we'll name it the J-Boy level. Let's change that to the J-Boy level. Alright, how is my long doing? Right? Long is not doing so great, guys. Short is doing a little bit better. Alright, so let's see what happens here, guys. I'm a little excited. I'm a little bit excited, honestly. Now, I'm in multiple trades. You know, I'm still in my swing shorts. I'm still in my swing shorts from much higher. So if we do dump, I am fully prepared to take the plummet down. Right? To plummet on down here. I'm in short here. I'm also in another short from up here. I'm in a long and a short at the same time. I'm in a good position, guys. You know, I like to get in those cozy positions. It's so cozy. You know? It's cozy. Am I bullish mid-long term? Yes, I am still bullish long term. How do I only trade do I only trade Bitcoin? Yeah, you know, for the most part, guys. I really, for the most part, only trade Bitcoin. I trade some alts from here and there. I'm a big fan of holding alts in bull markets, you know. All right, how's the order flow? Let's see. Not too much action here. If anything, we have just a few shorts opening up, and that's about it. Open interest is totally flat here. Let's check out the ES. ES, weak bounce from the golden pocket thus far. And, we are getting lower, man. We are getting lower. Man, this is not so great to see because, look, we got our bounce. We were not able to hold above that daily level. Let's check out how the dollar's doing here, the DXY. Oh man, dollar's getting a move to the upside, money flow getting higher. This is definitely not what we want to see for Bitcoin longs. This is what we want to see for Bitcoin shorts, guys. So again, if we cannot hold this 786, I'm going to call it a trade, man. I'm going to call it a trade. But I'm hoping something happens. I'm hoping we get some FOMO shorts or something. Maybe we get a little CDW, whoopsie daisy, or something like that. Well, not that low, not that low. Maybe something like this. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. We have more likes than watchers now? Wow. That means my stream's boring as heck. It's been a weird stream today, guys, I know. DXY will collapse to 0 one day. I believe that, actually. I do believe that. Yeah, Jason Castro, nothing good enough to write home on the order flow. I will not stay until 1,000 likes, guys. I don't think we're going to get 1,000 likes today. Did I add to my short? No, I did not add to my short. I'm not going to add to it. This one here is just a local short from this Head and Shoulder. So I'm not going to add to it. I'm going to wait in case of epic dumpage here. You know? Shout out to Splashfire Films. God bless you. Too much liquidity at 22,550. I agree with you, Crypto Dylan. I mean, that's a juicy level that I am absolutely looking and hoping to long from. The 22,500 and below. You know, if we lose, I mean, here's how I'm really looking at this right now. Yeesh, man. This is not looking so great. You know, I'm really looking like if we can't hold. Man, this is very interesting. We're about to put in now our first potential lower low here. We lose this. Yeah, you know, I don't know, guys. This, you know, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There is potential for a nice long from these lows, at least for a scalp. There's potential for a scalp from these lows right now. There is. CME gap around 20K and a blood diamond on the 4 hour. Yes, I do think we could fill that gap, the golden jet. Is this what you want, J-Boy Bullish? Because that would be really nice, right? That would be a really nice move to come and take the lows into the single prints and then take out the highs. That would be really juicy, man. That would be super dang juicy. Let's see if we can do that right now. I mean, if we come down there, we will be getting bullish divs on the 4 hour time frame. Right, we will be getting bullish divs on the 4 hour time frame if we come down to that zone there. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see. We'll have to wait and see. It's a game of wait and see. You'd rather prioritize shorts until the trend changes. Volume is going down. Is volume going down, Mr. T? Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Volume is coming down here. We only have about 450,000 volume on this last candle. And we did have 1.3 million here. I mean, this purple box is the box, right? This is the box here. This is the box that must hold. And unfortunately now, wow, we just had a whole bunch of longs come in. Wow. 3.2 million longs just came in right now, guys. We have seen this before today. I mean, earlier today, guys, we saw the craziest thing happen right here. Right here, where we saw like longs like crazy. 9.3 million, 3.7 million, 7.3 million, 8 million longs. We had 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. Like literally 30 million longs come in right here. Get absolutely wrecked. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Wow. And now we have 2.9 million longs opening up right here at the low. You know, at least we can't hate on them for buying low, right? I mean, we got to give them some credit for buying low. Shout out to Shogun Crypto. Yeah, go check out Miss Teen Crypto's YouTube channel. She does put out some really good content, guys. And she's a younger person in the space. Go show her some love. Tons of market shorts are opening up on Bookmap. How do I get my daily protein while being self-sufficient? Eggs. Eggs and chicken, guys. I mean, really, eggs and chicken is the way to go. Eggs. Okay, so we've hit the GP, guys. We've hit the GP. We've just hit into the golden pocket here. Putting in a slightly lower low. Let's check out Market Cipher. How's Market Cipher looking on the 1 minute? Oh my goodness, guys. We do have 1 minute uneven butt cheeks here. Is this the ray of hope? Money flow getting higher. Uneven butt cheeks on the 1 minute, guys. Looking kind of dang juicy right here. Man, what is going to happen right now? Are we going to hit some of our TPs? Am I going to hit this TP up here at the 6 Juanita from the golden pocket to golden pocket? Let's see if we can, guys. You know? Let's see if we can hit that. Oh, yeah. See, the pump song did work. It just took a little bit of time here. I don't see the market shorts opening, whoever said that. Shout out to Lane Hughes in the chat. Shout out to David Z. 2 hour hidden bull div forming. Price isn't moving, but longs are opening. Yeah, that's not necessarily the most bullish thing in the world, right? Price is getting a little bit of a move up here. I mean, we have to understand there hasn't really been very much happening, so unless we see absorption of these longs, they could give us a little move to the upside here. Let's zoom in a little bit more here and go to a trend reversal chart. Yeesh. It's looking pretty like bearish divergence on the trend reversal chart, huh? Well, you know what? I'm going to look at the 1 minute market cipher B butt cheeks and think to myself, maybe we could get that push to the upside here. We've got more longs coming in right now. Let's check out the 2 hour. Oh, man, this is looking bearish as heck, man. I mean, unless we really start to get a move up here. Let's check out the 2 hour hidden bullish. Oh, my goodness. Look at Bitcoin pumping right now. Sheesh, man. Those 1 minute butt cheeks are really, that's where it's at, guys. That is where it's at right now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Now, this is DGen hour, guys, where your boy Jason Casper is literally trading the 0.5% trades here. Long and short in these 0.5% moves. But you know what? It's for education's sake and it's for YouTube's sake. And this is just what I would be doing anyway, I think, if I wasn't on YouTube. Sato is long. Is that legit? Is Sato long? Is Sato long? All right, we're checking out the 2 hour hidden bull div. We definitely have a 4 hour hidden bull div on Bitcoin. Yeah, we have hidden bull divs all over the place, guys. We have hidden bull divs all over the place on Bitcoin, for sure. I would consider this, I mean, this is literally a hidden and a regular divergence in one, right? This is a really nice bottom signal right here. We have the hidden divergence mixed with the regular divergence. This right here is looking nice on Market Cipher B for a bottom, and this is looking nice for a higher low, guys. I'll be honest with you, you know, it's so easy. I flip-flop bearish and bullish 17 times a day. The Flop and Grope Show with Jason Casper. But here's the thing. Even though I'm a flopper and a groper, guys, I've learned how to deal with it. I've learned how to deal with it. Just buy low and sell high, take profit, stop loss to entry, hold the rest of the trade. You can flop and grope all day and it won't even affect you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, come on, Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's pump this Bitcoin price, baby. Look at this 5 minute candle right now on the 5 minute Bitcoin chart. It's making me excited, giddy as a little schoolgirl. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, don't look down on the 0.5% moves, right? Shout out to Crypto Cowpoke. That's true. This is all paper trading. This is all paper trading. Oh, he's long. Is Sato long? Let's check out Sato. Sato is long, guys. He is long on not Bitcoin. He's long on apartment. And he's long and he's a little bit in the red. So that's definitely not Sato. And is this? Yeah, this is Sato. Okay. Let's see what happens. He long. Sato's long. Jason Casper's long. We're all long. All right, let's see if we can hit this next target here. Okay, we're going for the 618. Clearly, we're coming up to local resistance. It's important that we break this high. This is actually very important. Support resistance flip right here. We can clearly see that we've been kind of ranging here. Let's see if we can break this high. We'll check out order flow real quick. What's happening? Longs out the wazoo, ripping open the wazoo up in here. We've got 3.2 million, 3.6. Oh my goodness. So 6 million longs plus another 9 million longs opening up right here, giving us a very bearish looking divergence. A very bearish looking divergence here. This is a very bearish looking divergence, guys. Alright, I just FOMO'd out the $10,000. I didn't limit out, I FOMO'd out. Confirm. I'm confirming that I'm not taking profit here. I take profit now. Alright, take a little profit now. Lock in a nice 600 smackaroonies in Bitcoin. 0.265 Bitcoins. And, you know, like, let's see what happens now. If we pump, we pump. If not, we don't. This is a higher low, so I'm going to see. I'm just going to let this take profit be where it is. 23,100. We're going to front run the J-Boy level with the next take profit here. And, of course, if we are unable to break this high, the short is still running from up here. And the short will be raking in the profits if we continue to dump, right? So, I've already taken out half the short position. A little bit more. I marketed in and marketed out with this short, guys, because I was talking to Miss Teen Crypto. I had to just market in and market out. But even still, I got out with some profit, right? So even with market in, market out, with like a 0.6% move, you still can be profitable, even if you're not limiting out. You can still do it, right? The fees won't absolutely eat you up, but I guess I do have VIP level, so I'm paying less in market fees. The XY money flow getting stronger. Am I shadow banned? I might be shadow banned, guys. I hope I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. That might be true, Gamer Anonymous. Sato has someone on his channel saying Jason Casper just FOMO'd out. Dang, well, this isn't looking as bullish as we want it to be, guys. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty dang... This is a very bearish divergence right here, guys. This is a very bearish divergence on order flow. Oh my goodness. I mean, you know, 9 million longs now, and, you know, they could be absolutely trapped. 9 million longs at this... And you can't hate them for it either. I mean, you know, I hope some of them took profit. I don't know. 9 million longs. The 2 hour maybe could give us a green dot soon. The 1 hour, not looking the happiest with the VWAP there. How is XPX related to Bitcoins, Dapper? Well, the S&P 500 is a leading indicator for Bitcoin. So whatever the S&P 500 is doing, Bitcoin will soon follow. Right, so the S&P 500 right now is getting a CDW of these lows here. So now we can watch Bitcoin's actually going to start to get a move up. Watch, Bitcoin's now going to start to get a move up here. Watch. Wait for it. You got to wait for it because Bitcoin is related to the S&P 500. Right? So SPX gets a move up, Bitcoin will get a move. Uh-oh. And the dollar The dollar, look at this. Okay, so look at how they're all related. The dollar comes into the golden pocket, resistance. The S&P 500 comes down to CDW on support. They do the opposite of each other, right? They do the opposite of each other. Now, if the S&P continues up here, Bitcoin can also continue up, and then your boy can collect his profits. But I don't know if it's going to, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's not looking so great, actually. It's actually not looking too great here. Dang. Everyone says we're going down. Well, dang, guys. We're going down. All right, maybe we're going down. Maybe, right? Or maybe diamond pattern, right? Maybe diamond reversal pattern right here. Breakout. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see what happens here. Shout out to Inez, who says, wah. Well, wah, right back at you. Blessings to XRP Shillbilly. God bless you. A lot of people did not get a notification today. That's so interesting. Maybe I got shadow banned. I might have said something weird in my video this morning where I talked about, like, the elites or something. Dang. Man, I was trying not to do that, but it is what it is. I have to play by the rules. I'm trying to grow my channel to 100,000 subscribers over here. Not looking so great for your boy Jason Casper, you know? Yeah, I wonder what will happen this weekend as well. 12 million bull div cooking. Really? 12 million bull div cooking right now? I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I see just the opposite here. You mean a bear div, right? There's a 12 million bear div cooking? Oh, 12 minute. I thought you meant 12 million. Is that a bull div? If we get a lower low, that could be a bull div. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, in fact, you know, let's really watch and see, because if we do get a fast move down, this could make for a nice scalp, man. A nice one, if you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I am talking about? Man, DXY is pumping like crazy. So let's see what happens at the 786 here. But man, S&P not doing so great down here as well. Yeah, 12-minute momentum could be playing out, guys. I just, the thing is, I don't I don't really like the look of this order flow here because it looks very bearish, honestly. Like, we had 12 million longs open up here, and price was unable to make a higher high. And so these longs, the majority of them right now are underwater, or at least at their entry. They're like at their entry. These 3 million are at their entry. These 4 million plus 2 plus 3 million, they're underwater. We got like 9 million right now longs that are in the red, having just opened their positions here. Let's see what happens. Shout out to Duper. It's all good, bro. Shout out to Dusto. Shout out to Drifted Games. Shout out to Ori Flame. On my indicator, hyper bullish on the 1 hour dollar. Yeah, it is looking kind of bullish on the 1 hour dollar, guys. It actually is kind of looking bullish there. DXY is running into a bearish order block. Let's check it out. Yeah, I mean, on what time frame are you looking at here? Let's check out the hour. Let's check out the 4. Let's check out the 30. Is this the bearish order block right here? Yeah, and it's right in the golden pocket 786 zone. So DXY is definitely at local resistance, guys. The only thing that concerns me about the high so far that DXY has put in here is the fact that we have the macro golden pocket just above us. Right, so let's see what happens here. People are saying DXY looks super bullish on the 1 hour. Let's check it out. It does look like we get another move, a little push up here. Wow, dollar pumping right now on the 1 minute chart. Even the dollar is all right. So Drifted Games thinks we go down to retest 22.7. Crypto Legend says, shout out to Mike Hawk. And J-Boy Bullish sees what he did there. And he thinks it's a funny joke. Bitcoin is starting to recover. We've got a 1 minute, we got a 12-minute chart on Bitcoin here, guys. We have a blue candle of hope right here. We've got a blue candle of hope. Let's see. Yeah, who knows, man? Maybe this, you know, now all of a sudden I think we're going to 100K. First I thought we were going to 0. Now I think we're going to 100K. One more purple candle, we'll be going back down to 0. Alright, y'all. Well, you know, it's been a good stream, but I am going to head out. I got to do some stuff, and this price action's been kind of lame. But may God bless you all. In Jesus' name, thank you so much for being here. May the Lord bless you. May He protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. May the Lord turn His face towards you and give you wholeness. In the name of Jesus, the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. Even if you're not religious, guys, I do pray the Lord bless you and reveal Himself to you in a very personal way. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow one of these trades I'm in will be in massive profit. Peace.